Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works, where it's jet juice with the doctor. Anyway, stand by. Yesterday, one of my viewers, who I keep calling Jim, asked me a question. Now, Jim has been really helpful, and sometimes he doesn't even know he's being helpful. And yesterday he asked me, I was doing my balancing act, and he said, I didn't see a speed control in there. And I said, well, Jim, that's because I forgot to tell you. But I had one jammed up in there. This just happens to be a generic one. But I had the speed control that I'd pulled out of the M450 Cobra, that plastic boat. I'm going to bring it out here and show it to you in a bit. And as if you recall, both times I've had that thing running, it ran for a while and then just stopped. And it was an ESC problem, and I thought I'd burnt something out. So last time when I was doing my post-run maintenance, I pulled the speed control out and stuck it over there in the pile of things that need to be put away. Well, as I'm doing my balancing act, I dig in the pile of things that need to be put away, and I shoved it in there. And then Jim commented, and I pulled it out, and I got to thinking, says, before I put a piece of tape on this and mark it with an X and throw it in a drawer of obscurity, I thought, that's kind of a nice water cooling block. Why don't I take a look at it? So I cut the shrink tube off, peeled it off, and it had a really nice cooling block, and that cooling block was attached to the FET board with double-sided sticky heat transfer tape. So it was easy to just pop off. And then I got to looking at it, and I didn't see any burnt-out FETs. And I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I didn't let the smoke out of one of the boxes. And I flipped it over, and there on one of the little integrated circuits, where it has all these little tiny legs that go to terminals on the board, it was corroded. And I thought, I've seen that before. So I took anhydrous isopropyl alcohol and cleaned everything off with a toothbrush, right? I cleaned all that corrosion off with a toothbrush, tested it, and it worked. And so I recoated it with conformal coating this time. It apparently didn't have any. So I gave it a couple of coats of conformal coating. I stuck the cooling block back on. I put some shrink wrap back on it, and lo and behold, here it is back in the boat. I even kept the label so you could see what it is. So, regarding this boat, I like this boat. I highly recommend this boat. There's a couple things I recommend changing. One is the turn fin. This strikes me as being just a little bit wimpy for a 3S hefty hull boat like this. So this one is just kind of marginal for that. So I went with one of these stiffer aluminum ones. So the three things you got to pay attention to on this boat is you need to waterproof the ESC, you need to redo the battery mount. I just did mine with Velcro, and the canopy has a block of jam foam that goes down there and holds the battery in place. So Velcro and jam foam for the battery, and then the turn fin. So 1, 2, 3, and then you got a good little boat. So I'll run this again next time. Hopefully the ESC issues are done and we can run out a whole battery pack to see just what it does. So there you go, boys and girls. Until next time, jet out.